Now it's time for Tennessee Wildcast, live from Studio B at the TWRA headquarters in Nashville. Here are your hosts, Doug and Jason.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Tennessee Wildcast. I'm Jason Harmon, and right here is Doug Markham. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's a new year. First time back since Christmas, but we're here.
I didn't know if you were going to say it or if I was going to say it.
Happy New Year?
It's like, no, my name, your name. Todd Mazzaris is over here.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Is that Mazzaris? Yeah, got it. Yeah. All right. Well, it's a new year, and
it is.
Deer season's winding down. Duck season's got a few more weeks. There's a lot going on in Tennessee right now as far as getting outside.
So we sort of titled this thing,
Get Off the Couch.
Get Off the Couch.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But the winter is, we still got a lot of it to go. There's a lot of activity in the winter, but we're looking forward to the spring. We're bending that way a little bit. So
it's going to get warmer.
Days are
here
getting a little longer.
Pretty soon, and it'll be time to get on the boat and do a little more fishing and a little less hunting, I guess.
Yeah, and then there's turkey season.
Turkey season, yeah.
So
Don't forget about that.
But we got a ways to go before we get there. We're going to talk about that some today and give you some idea of what's left in the year. The waterfowl seasons really are extended out beyond just duck season. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about Sandhill Crane, though, first.
Sure.
Jason, because a good friend of ours worked with us, Mimi Barnes, has been really putting a lot of time into what we call the Sandhill Crane Festival.
Yes.
Not too far from the county of Ray, but it's actually in Meigs.
It's in Meigs. Yep.
Is that where you're from?
I am from Meigs County.
You're Meigs County-an.
And a lot of the festivities are also held at the Birchwood School, which is in Hamilton County.
All right. And it's a community center now. Is that what you and Todd were telling me? Mm-hmm. And a lot of entertainment there. And you get to go see these neat birds that are out there. And this is where we all first started seeing sandhill cranes, or where I did anyway, hearing about them. And there's actually a sandhill crane season in Tennessee. It's not to be confused with the festival. The festival's been here a long time. There's a ton of birds in Tennessee, and they settle out there for the winter, and fun to look at, listen to, and some great photography chances over there, and wonderful talks, and just so much going on.
And that's
there.
this weekend. January 13th
this
and 14th.
weekend.
13th and 14th for the festival.
More on this Facebook, more on our website, tnwildlife.org. The Facebook's been smoking here this last week or two. A lot of activity out there and a lot of interest going on. If you're not on, if you're on the Facebook, you know it because you're watching us. Mm-hmm. But if you got friends that aren't, tell them they should be, because there's so much that we're posting out there now from across the state, east to west, in the center. We're putting a lot of information out there that I think is beneficial to anyone who loves outdoors.
We were live yesterday with a trout stocking here in Middle Tennessee.
We were, and got Bones Burned on there. It's only right below us now, and great interview with him about what the winter trout program's about. It's not about not giving other people chances to fish. There's some folks who think that we're putting all our trout here in Middle Tennessee or West Tennessee. This is a winter program. We're putting them in areas that people usually can't fish for them without having to travel a long way. We're over in East Tennessee. It's trout are plentiful over there.
A lot to choose from.
And there's a winter trout stocking, a spring trout stocking. There's tailwater stocking that happens at different times of the year for most of the year. So there's all kinds of different trout stockings going on. This is just one more. This is just another one. Mm-hmm. And that Brandon Simcox talked about a few weeks ago in here.
Yep. So there's plenty of opportunities to catch fish in the winter.
There are
which
tons.
make it fun. It's cold, but it's fun.
And it is. And there's other, in addition to trout, one of my favorite times of the year is coming up, Jason. It's when the white bass start running, and that's going to happen. You and I have gone a time or two. We've had an okay trip. We ain't had one of those.
When are you going to put me on some white bass?
Maybe this year. This is the year.
We could do a live, maybe.
We could do, I'd love to. If we get out there, we'll do one live for a biting. But these big old white bass start running in about another month, and they'll run for a month or two. And Tennessee is blessed with having big white bass, or a lot of you call them stripes rather. And but they're a lot of fun. That's going to be happening. This is sauger time of the year. A lot of fishing below our dams for sauger, and the guys that fish all the time know you can catch them way down the river and drop offs and over gravel bars and sandbars and all that kind of stuff. It's a good time of year to be catching those fish also. And then crappie bite good this time. Those big crappie will start biting here really soon, and that's when I know a lot of the guys on Kentucky Lake get out there and catch those things that are just tremendous. Before everybody gets out there, they start catching them.
Yep.
So just fun. Got to get off the couch.
Get off the couch. And speaking of getting off the couch, there's a few more days left in the deer season.
There is.
Not many, but if you're hunting on private land, you got some opportunities, and then the young sportsmen have an opportunity this weekend.
Very good. And that's what it is. It's a private – there's deer season's been going on, for 3 months now, and so it winds down with this private land. You don't have to own the private land. You can go knock on a door and get permission and go hunting.
Right.
But our WMAs are no longer open for this deer hunting, and it's all antlerless.
Antlerless.
So be careful. Make sure you don't kill one of those deer
right.
with the antlers protruding above the hairline there. But it's designed for that.
There's an example of that if you're watching.
Yep.
And it's in our guide. You can see that in our guide right around page 22-ish. It's where the seasons kind of start laying out there. So
I think you got it. 23, page 23, right next to all the seasons, right? And so that's going to be going. Just an opportunity for you to get more antlerless deer in, and a way for us to manage it with your help, getting out there and helping us take some of those antlerless deer out of there. And then the youth hunt comes up. There's 2 youth hunts. Yep.
And they can harvest an antlered or antlerless.
Thank you.
They're good either way.
If you got any doubt at all, look at our guide, and which is Jason keeps up behind us on here, and then you can go look at it on our website and find it quite easily. All our guides are listed on our website right at the top of the page.
Top middle block right there.
It's the hunting guide that's there. Sure, showing up there. And you can find them all. The hunting guide, the fishing guide, the waterfowl guide, and the boat guide is all up there, and easy to find.
There it is. I'll pull it up for you. But the homepage, TennesseeandWildlife.org. Right there's regulations right in the center, and you've got other options there as far as those blocks, but and everything's right there under our menu.
And while there, scroll it up just a little bit, Jason. Let's go ahead and click on the winter trout stocking schedule.
Sure enough.
It's right below it. And there's the schedule. It's out on his Facebook again, right below us. Jason put it out there the other day, below where we did the videos with Bones. But that's the schedule. And if you see it in red, that's a rescheduled stocking for some reason, usually inclement weather. Other things happen sometime, but they always try to restock. And you'll see where we go across the state, and you'll see that most of it's in the mid-state and in West Tennessee.
See, there's today
because
and
these
tomorrow.
Waters can be cold this time of year. And so we urge everybody to catch a limit, 7 fish, no size limit, take them home, and then come back the next day and do it again.
That was something I wish we'd hit on about yesterday in that video. It's a put and take. You want them to take the fish. They have a limit, but if you catch them, take them with you and eat them. People were worried about, and you said they stay there probably maybe till March or about March. Possibly.
They can go longer than that. Our last stocking is in March, but 72 degrees, Bones pointed out that 72 degrees is where they start struggling, and they won't last much longer than that.
Right.
And these waters, but every now and then we hear people catching them in the summertime because maybe they found a spring somewhere or got into a cooler river. And they will travel. We'll stock them there. There are usually some fishermen there, and they'll catch their few, but they'll be there for weeks. And they will spread out. Vernon Summerlin and I are good friends, and we've caught them on below Percy Priest Dam where we were yesterday, 4 miles down river while we were trolling for walleye.
Right.
So you just never know what's going to happen. And
so take your limit and have fun and keep chasing them because they will be there for a while.
Yeah, and
once it gets warmer, though, they may not survive.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right. Also, duck season going on. There is.
That's rabbit season.
Rabbit season.
No,
rabbit season.
Duck season? Rabbit season? No.
It's also rabbit season.
Duck season. Looney Tune on me over here.
Duck season goes on until January 28th, and that's for the waterfowl, the pintails and the mallards and all that kind of stuff. But there is so much more waterfowl hunting that goes beyond that. The Canada goose season goes. You need to look at the guide.
What page is that you're looking at the waterfowl guide?
The waterfowl guide is page 10. Right. And the waterfowl guide, one day we're going to combine these guides, by the way. But the waterfowl guide is, you got it up there.
Getting there, page 10.
Page 10. The waterfowl guide will tell you the season dates and what's going to be open. We have something called light goose season too, which is blue snow, Ross geese. We have a white-fronted goose season that has a pretty long date to it, but it just keeps on going. So you can still get outside and get after these things. And some of them don't have a daily bag limit because they're trying to knock down the numbers across Tennessee. And speaking of that, we had a little scare right around Christmas, an avian cholera outbreak, which thank goodness it didn't get out of control. We had a whole lot of rain right around Christmas, and they believe it diluted the water over there because it can be spread by these birds concentrating together and then gets in the water, and it's deadly to them. It kills them right there. But we had all that rain, and it seemed to pushed all that out. So if you'd heard about avian cholera over there in, I think it was the Lauderdale County area, some in that area, and it doesn't seem to be affecting anything anymore.
Which is a good thing. That's
a good thing. It's a good thing. So be aware of that. And I guess the other thing we need to talk about, Jason, is the upcoming boat shows.
Yes, that's That's right around the corner. I'm trying to think what the exact dates are. Toward the end of next week.
Well, yeah, here that one's in Nashville. We got one
Right.
coming up, the Nashville Boat Show, but there's boat shows usually in Knoxville, in Memphis, in
That's
Nashville, Chattanooga. All of those, be looking for them. That's always a good sign of spring. You can go get some good deals, I guess. I'm not going to push boat dealerships, but you can go out there and look at deals, and if nothing else, you can do what I do and go dream about what's coming up and get ready to get out there in the springtime. And a lot of them they sell even hunting boats or camouflage boats a lot of times. So you might want to look at that for your next duck season or whatever. You might like to hunt turkeys off of a boat. I don't know. Depending on your situation, I guess.
And I know and especially Nashville, hadn't been to the others, but there's a lot of events for kids and opportunities for families just to have a good time and like I say, maybe dream or just go see what's available out there.
I've worked them many, many years, and there's a lot of families that go to this stuff and hang out together, having a good time at them. And they're just kind of fun shows.
We're hoping next week's show.
Unless you've gone to 30 years of them. Do it.
Hoping, if you've been quite a bit. Hoping next week's show, we'll have some guests in here, maybe highlight some of that stuff that's going on at the boat show, and you can come talk to our guys.
Exactly, and it's a good time to learn about requirements for for taking the boating test. Again, boating test in Tennessee has to be passed. Anyone that was born after January 1st, 1989.
89, yes.
Right, not 69, 89.
89.
And they can tell you about that, and you can go on our website, we talk about all the time, and see where the tests are offered. If you want to take a course, and I urge you to take a course, you can go online and take it, which it's what I did. I went online and took a course, or you can do one individually. Alan Harold, who is here in Middle Tennessee, we were trying to get him, but he's under the weather right now. He teaches them. A lot of our officers teach them. A lot of these organizations, Coast Guard auxiliaries and power squadrons and all those folks teach them. And that's the best way to learn. That is the best way to learn. And, of course, if you want to teach your own child, if you're a good boater and you want to teach them, you can. They just have to pass a 60-question test.
Yep.
And that before they can go out and start navigating that boat. Okay?
Yep.
So 12, I think it's 12 plus. Before you can drive a boat, check the guide out. I'm not looking at it.
Don't quote us.
That regulation,
TNWildlife.org. All your guides are there.
It is
information
in there.
Yeah, we just updated that block on the homepage. Takes you to the boating education section of the website. Takes you right there and gives you all the information. There's a little video there Barry Cross put together talking about boating ed class, so boat safety class. So there's that date, January 1st, 1989. Just get all the information right there on our website, TNWildlife.org. That's the best way to stay up to date.
And I know Jason and I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but we're really working a lot on the website to try to make it easier to navigate and get all your information in there where you can find it easily. It's a nice website. It's not the most beautiful in the world because we have to do something called content management where you just fill in the holes, but it's got a lot of great information. There's some good photographs in there. And Michelle Ray has really helped us turn it around and make it really look good.
So Michelle's done a great job.
And navigate it all you want to. What else before we get out of here?
I think that's about it. What do you think?
I think we need to get outside and get off the couch ourselves and do a little more taping for you. Hey, take a look at those trout tapes. Watch Bones talk about it, and then you can see a stocking below Percy Priest.
Yep.
Coming down what he called the escalator.
The escalator. And Barry's got a new video out there.
He does, right at the top of the page. Everything Barry does is great.
Yep.
So Facebook is a great way to learn. You can get to the Facebook from our website. If you don't know much about it, you can even see the Facebook on our website all the way to the bottom, okay?
Thanks for watching this week. I noticed we had a few comments there on Facebook. We'll try to get to those and answer those after the show and don't leave you hanging. But thanks for watching live, and thanks for watching after the fact whenever we get it out there on YouTube and TWRA TV.
And we hope you have a new year. I think it's the first chance we've had to say Happy New Year. So Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We'll see you all next time on Tennessee Wildcast.